I'm not sure I could say what it was that attracted me to art when I was young. I was always doing it. I was always drawing. I draw over my homework. I had complaints from my teachers, but I just couldn't stop doing it. Um, I have only started to question what that process is as I've gotten older. For a long time, I thought it was simply um, doing something that to me seemed beautiful, to me seemed like something I needed to express. But thinking about it, I realize we live in a swamp of lies. The lies are everywhere. They're in politics, they're in advertising, they're in education and religion, they're in relationships. We take it for granted that we have to keep up a front, that we have to look good and do well in the world, and that means wearing a mask and hiding what it is we really feel and really think. um, I'm thinking that maybe that was what attracted me unconsciously to art making, because there is a process where you really have to be consciously aware of your feelings as you're creating. And you know when you make a mark thinking, this is very graceful, this is very attractive, you are thinking about your audience. And when it comes time for an audience to see what you painted and read it, an astute eye is going to see where it wasn't genuine. You can tell. There's something in the tension of the hand, there's something in the extra graceful, extra careful marks. There's something indefinable, maybe, that a practiced eye can see that what somebody is trying to accomplish is a form of seduction. And the cheapest, most obvious examples uh, are trash, basically. What is attractive about, say, abstract art, where you can't read a story into it, you don't have um, points of reference that you're very familiar with, that stimulate certain emotions that those representational scenes normally elicit. Well, in abstract painting, you're reading whether it's true or whether it's false. You're reading whether it's passionate or whether it isn't. You're reading whether somebody has a sense of joy, if someone has a sense of, how do you say that in English? Elan. How do you say, a spirit of dance, a spirit like when you see these photographs of Pollock painting, you see him dancing, basically, is what it is. So he gets into the spirit of the dance, and that carries him through from beginning to end. And when it's over, it's over. But throughout the whole thing, what is happening is impulses and aesthetic um, relationships, a sense of relationships, and some kind of tapping into some kind of passion happens. It's not calculated. It it happens spontaneously because the control factors of the conscious personality are taken away. It's not easy to actually paint like that. It really requires everything you've got, and you somehow have to get past the worry that it's not going to work, that it is not going to be accepted, that it's going to be a nothing. But once you do touch that, it's like making love. It's like singing a song that you're passionately involved in. It has duende. It has some kind of um, energy that carries you through the whole thing that is not produced by intention. It's released. And that is what we all would love to live by every day. Simple, honest feelings, whatever they are. Um, but for some reason, our society is constructed so that that's impossible. And I do, it does seem evident to me now that art was an open door to a kind of truth that I had not been able to access all through my academic education, or in my family, or in society, or in church. Um, Nowhere. The only place I found it was doing this irrational thing of painting. But I think all arts have that. They all have it in some way. I really needed the physical movement of painting, but writing has it, theater has it, dance has it, singing has it, all kinds of music. And we miss it, don't we? We miss it. We would love to live like that. We would love to relate to the world like that, where what we feel is permitted to come straight out exactly as it is, whether it's love or anger or doubt or whatever it is. Practicing hiding our feelings and showing what is acceptable is very bad training. It's very bad to for an artist to learn to be that way. When you practice art, you learn to draw closer to truth. And that is, yes, you will find a lot of beauty in art. you will become more sensitive to form and color and to the deeper human impulses and tragedies. You will. All of that is the truth that is writing at a deeper level within humanity, within the world, all the time. And living on the surface and doing what we're supposed to do and looking appropriate is a form of lying. Yes, we do have to be, we do have to have some restraint in the world, which is good. We do have to treat people well, even if it's just politeness. A certain amount of politesse is a good thing, but I'm just saying that we need more truth and we need somehow to find it in ourselves and to live it. That's what I have to say tonight.